What up? Let's get weird. It's your boy Tommy G here on a Tuesday edition of the Stay Cashin show. I feel like we haven't been on here for a while, Evan. Did we not do Friday? Did we move Friday to Thursday last week?
Guardians of the Galaxy, brother.
That's right. We had Guardians of the Galaxy, so I'll give you an update on that.
Yeah,
and we are back for not 3 straight days. We won't be here Thursday. It will be Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday again, back to normal. Rackets, I have to go finally to the doctor to get my full health checkup. I got to get blood work and all that shit done on Thursday for my hip surgery, which will be upcoming very shortly. How many deadly diseases do you think I currently have that I've been unaware of?
Over under 4.5 ailments that will maybe kill you in 6 months.
Right. Like there's probably like lung cancer. I mean, I haven't been fucking a lot lately, so I'm probably good in the STDs and all that. I've been good with that for a long time. But I probably have like 2 or 3 things that are going to kill me. What do you think, Evan?
I'm going over 11.5.
11.5. That is very aggressive number.
Yeah, I went 4.5.
4.5.
I wanted action on both sides.
4.5's getting pounded then. You might be able to hedge and middle that under fucking 9.5 in about a couple hours. So we will see. We'll see if
those levels are going to be off the charts.
I mean, who knows? Who knows what could be? I probably will become a science experiment to the doctors. I'll probably go in and they'll just be like, how is this fucking human being alive? Like,
you have 18 times the legal limit.
You have 9 forms of cancer and for 20 years. So we will see. Daniel Cronin starts it off. Tommy G, thank you for a Tampa Bay Heat 5-unit max bet. You are welcome, Daniel Cronin. My dude. I love Dan Pokerman. We will not have Bill Rupp today, ladies and gentlemen. Bill Rupp informed us about 30 minutes before the show that he ate some bad sausage this morning, Rackets.
He's always eating bad sausage.
Do you think that means penis? Or do you think that is actual McDonald's sausage or something?
Bad sausage time.
I think it was a truck stop visit. Evan, what do you think?
That's an absolute layup of a joke right there.
Yeah, that's literally what he said to me. I ate some bad sausage. I was like, okay, like you're off the show. He's like, should we move the show? And I was like, I can't move it because I can't be here Thursday, and I don't want to just have 2 shows this week. So we're just going to make fun about Bill Rupp sucking dick and missing shows because of it. Figured it's a win.
Bad sausage, Bill.
Bad sausage. A lot of sausage continually going in and out of Bill's mouth. Caught a bad one this morning. Tuesday morning sausage never works out. Happens. So we do have some headlines we'll go over. We obviously have a lot that's taken place over the last 4 or 5 days in sports. We'll talk about the NBA a little bit. Probably leave some of the NBA topic for Bill tomorrow after he gets the dick out of his mouth to come and talk a little bit about. I know he had some takes on some of it we talked about this morning. Post bad Panasia. We'll go over the whole NBA slate for you guys, a whole MLB slate for you guys, NHL, and then whatever the fuck you want to talk about. Just let us know in the chat, and we will get to it. So let's start with some headlines here. E-Money, I actually have a couple notes, too, if you want to add them to yours. I'll find them in a minute. I have one about Jordan Poole, one about Chris Paul, and one about Punt God, the NFL kicker.
Okay, so, I mean, we can lead with the Punt God area.
Yeah, if there's any of those that you have, let's start there.
No Poole or Chris Paul, but with Ariza or Ariza, whatever the fuck his name is, he was found that he wasn't even at the party where he was allegedly involved in this gang rape. Yeah. So have you heard about this, Rackets?
Yeah, it's the Buffalo punter, dude.
Yeah, the Punt God, right? So this isn't just a regular punter, right? Like this is a kid who punters usually don't get drafted, and if they do, it's very late and it's unheard of. His nickname was Punt God in college. The tweet I'm reading right here from Pozo. Former Bills punter Matt Araiza, accused by women of gang rape, cleared after evidence showed he wasn't present during the incident, per prosecutors. So the prosecutors said that. So this dude's life is over. Like his career is over. He was coming out as one of the most touted punters in America. The Bills let him go with no evidence just because of the media hype that was surrounding it. Because obviously in today's world, if you're accused by some whore, you have to have been guilty and your life is over, even if you get proven innocent later on down the line. But this is really angers me. This is a problem right here, Rackets, that the Bills get, because he's done now. Like it's over, right?
Yeah, for sure. I don't know. I don't know about done, but
well, even if he comes back now, right? Like let's say he comes back and a team signs him, which they'd be insane not to. I'm praying the Jets turn around and sign this guy literally like tomorrow. But he's going to get heat from the fucking fans. He's going to get heat on social media. That's still who he is. You know, he's now rape God instead of punt God, and he wasn't even fucking there. He wasn't even fucking there. It's not like he was there and didn't do it. He wasn't even at the scene of the fucking thing that happened.
That's fucking wild, man. It's just, and she was like having sex with other dudes that night.
Yeah, sure. I mean, listen.
So, I don't know.
She didn't get gang raped. She got gang banged, right? Like, I mean, that's probably what happened. But again, I don't know the details of her story, so I'm not gonna, go on an extreme limb and say what I think I feel based on just falsely accusing someone who probably could have made you the most money by accusing him. Correct? I mean, out of everyone in that thing, who was the one NFL player? There you go. So. Not looking good for her, but I mean, it just feels horrible, Evan, that he's done, dude. I mean, even if he comes back in the league, he missed out on 2 or 3 years of money. He's not going to get a monstrous contract. He'll probably get like a league minimum thing to come on board with the team.
The same thing happened to Sean Oakman. Honestly, he was falsely accused, found later not guilty, but his career was ruined. He was projected to go high up in the draft. The defensive end from Baylor. I don't know if anybody doesn't know who he is, and his life was ruined. But guess
why they don't know who he is? Because of that.
Yeah.
Because his life got ruined and he never was able to have the career he was supposed to have.
However,
I personally have been saying forever, that listen, and I'm the most against rape and hitting women and all that shit of anyone ever. I was raised by 5 women, no father. My mom's one of 6 sisters. Like, that's been a thing up here where we live. Like, you get your ass kicked even if you don't know the person and you find out that happened. So, I mean, I don't want to sit here and fucking virtue signal, but I'm 100% against any aspect of that. At the same token, a false accusation of something like that should be prison. You should go to prison for the time the other dude was going to face, and you should be sued for every dollar that you have in your entire life savings.
Yeah. So it's not right.
It's not, especially in social media days where everyone's looking for hate, and the one thing that goes viral is the truth until you prove it. You're basically guilty till proven innocent on social media, unfortunately. What else you got here?
Well,
unless you have another comment on that.
Yeah, when he does come back, he could also get a $500 million fully guaranteed contract.
What do you mean?
Deshaun Watson.
Oh, Deshaun Watson. Yeah, $235 million guaranteed. Yeah, that. Meanwhile, he's playing, and this poor kid's fucking on the sidelines watching. What else we got here?
The Bruins do not look as bad anymore.
Voluntarily going back to the Bruins.
The Bruins do not look as bad anymore because the Leafs.
Because they haven't been on TV?
What did you say?
I said because they haven't been on TV.
They haven't had a chance to look bad on the ice.
That's a good point. However, the Panthers are up 3-0 on the Maple Leafs.
Listen, Tommy G's got him for the series. I bet him every game. I'm fucking loving it. I'm a believer in the faction. And this Panthers team actually looks good. What about Bob as a fucking stud? Let me talk about a couple.
Time out. Evan, read the donations.
Yeah, I was just going to say, let's get into the donations here. We have a few people giving us money. We always want to pay attention to them first.
M. Cellini, we got who's going to lift the Stanley Cup. I'm sure we're
not the Bruins.
That. All right,
not the Bruins is my answer to that.
I'm sure we'll talk about that. He donated $4 actually.
Well, now he gets a real answer for the second dollar. Yeah.
And then Colt said $5. He said sausages in and around Bill's mouth.
That is true. I think Bill was the one who accused Matt Araiza, Punt God, of the rape from having so many cocks. I think Matt Araiza's cock was around Bill's mouth too this morning. Selena wants to know again who's going to win the cup. Honestly, I think it's the Panthers. I really do. I mean, I've said for a long time, dude, hot goalies will take you through the whole NHL playoffs. You saw it with the Devils, with basically every cup they've ever won. You see it pretty much every year. If your goalie gets hot at the right time and can run a month and a half, like what about Bob is doing right now for the Panthers, I think it's the Panthers right now, dude. I mean, Edmonton may get knocked out.
I like the
Kraken Stars.
I like the Kraken.
Yeah, Kraken Stars. I could see one of them getting there. They're in the other conference, though. And Carolina in the Devils series. So, I mean, no one's really standing out in the hockey playoffs right now, which is what's made the hockey playoffs so awesome, that everything's kind of tight. Right now, Carolina's up 2-1. The Kraken are up 2-1. We just saw what happened to Edmonton last night. So that was pretty much everyone's favorite going in, and they just got fucking abused last night. So I think it's up in the air, and you're looking at the fucking Panthers sitting on 3-0 in the series. You got to give them the pass. I told you guys Toronto's not winning the cup. Rackets, you remember on the Discord last week, I said it maybe 500 times before this series started. The Maple Leafs are not winning the Cup. They're a choke team throughout their history. They got their one win. So, I mean, really, right now, Florida's the only team that you could comfortably even put into the next round. Righty?
Unless an absolute abomination happens, but I think Vegas too. Vegas is.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same token, though, Vegas is up 2-1 on a team that they could easily lose this series to. Right? So it's hard to make a bet on them to win the Cup when they might not be there next round. And we talked about the other two series. Those are still up in the air. So if I'm gun to my head making a bet on the Cup right now, I'm going to take the team I know is in the conference finals, and that's Florida. And it's a hot team. It's a good team. They just beat the best team in the history of hockey handily. Not like they beat them pretty good, embarrassed them. And now they're destroying the Leafs, who were one of the favorites. So, Cellini, give me the Panthers to win the Cup. We already have that bet out. It's a Cellini. How you doing?
Bottom.
I think I put this out for the subscribers already. Yeah, we got the Panthers to win the Cup plus 600 on May 4th. So that was what? 5-6 days ago, so that was way before they were up 3-0.
Yeah.
And we have Tkachuk, who's, I mean, I fucking love this guy, Matthew Tkachuk, to win the Conn Smythe Trophy plus 1,300. So that's honestly probably your best bet. Tkachuk is the star of the team. The thing I love about Tkachuk, I don't know if I said it on here, was that at the All-Star break, he was interviewed by a reporter. And the reporter, when Florida wasn't going to make the playoffs at that point, they really needed a run at the end of the season to get in before they were going to embarrass Evans Bruins. And they asked him, they said, do you think you're going to make the playoffs? Rackets. His response, you don't hear this in sports anymore. His response at the All-Star break was, we have to go like 27-9-4 to get in. And I think we're going to do it. Like he knew in his head like that off exactly what they needed statistically to get in. That's an assassin right there. That's someone whose life eats, sleeps, and drinks hockey. So I'm on Team Tkachuk here and the Panthers. What are you thinking? What do you think?
He's a good player. He's just a little fucking scoundrel, that guy.
I love him. And they're the favorite right now. Holy shit. They're down to 370. So they are the favorite right now at 370. Yeah, they're plus 370. And it's because they're 3-0. That's why they're the betting favorite.
Yeah, because they're the only team
It won't be after the series are over. They'll move to third or fourth. So I wouldn't hit the Panthers right now. I would have hit it when our 4 deep subscribers hit it at plus 600 a week ago.
I like this. I like the Kraken. I've liked Grubauer since he was with the Avalanche.
Kachuk's down to plus 700 too. So we got some stupid value on this. We got 600 and 1,300, and it's now 370 and 700.
By the way, Tommy, do you know what this is back here?
Let me see. Is that Coach?
That is Coach.
Let's go,
This was a background for Bill. I didn't know.
I don't even know why I saw it and didn't look at it until right now. Yeah, no, I know Coach, of course.
Coach is the best, dude.
Coach is a great show.
This guy right here. This guy's
Coach is the best. Coach is the best show ever. Evan, you have no idea what Coach is doing.
Not a fucking clue.
No idea.
Yeah, I've never even heard of it.
Not a fucking clue. All right.
You might check it out. Let
me hit you with another in that region. Do you know what WNBC is?
Nope.
Okay, let's see if anyone in the chat knows what that's from. WNBC. Let's go to the next topic.
Bronny James headed to USC.
I gotta stop and address our beloved Luke Hoffman, winner of $35,000 on his monster parlay, and Stay Cashin guest and 4 deep content provider and overall good human and superstar. Knicks are done. Rackets. Luke Hoffman just wrote.
Fucking done.
Knicks are done, but I will be at MSG tomorrow going nuts, and we'll be back next NBA season. Luke Hoffman will be there going nuts. I believe that. He'll be running around without a shirt on and NY painted on his chest. But Hoffman, after coming the other day and saying, Tommy's never won a debate with me, I'm having a lot of success against them with the Sacramento Kings and the New York Knicks, getting absolutely fucking bullied. The Knicks are getting embarrassed because they are what I thought they were. They're a fine team. They are a 7 seed. They were a 4 or 5 seed. They're not. It's just a weak East. And they're fine. They just physically beat up the Cavs, Rackets. They just beat them up, right? Like they punked them. So I'll give them that. But the team's not ready to go anywhere. Julius Randle needs to go. They need to add another scorer or two. They're just not there. So it's fine. So good year for the Knicks. Made it to the second round. That's fine. But New York, sit down.
That's why Bill. That's the real reason why Bill.
Yeah, Bill misses every fucking show after the Knicks fucking lose a game. It's unbelievable. New York, stand up. No, New York, sit down. You're done. Get the fuck out of here. Okay, carry on.
Bronny to USC next season.
Bronny James? Yeah, Rackets, they're already making excuses for Bronny James. They're already saying, well, they got two great scorers on the team. We're not expecting much out of him. You know, he's going to be a guy off the bench. But yeah, because he's not that good. And because if his last name was fucking Rackets, he would be fucking playing at Valparaiso.
I'm sure LeBron James Jr. wouldn't be a starting high school kid. Yeah, college kid. I mean, come on, high school.
Like he's only there because of his name. He's not that good. We've seen him playing these high school games on ESPN. He's fucking fine. He's undersized, and he's not that great. Delaney wants to let us know to bet Man City versus Real Madrid, both teams to score. BTTS, Man City versus Real Madrid, both teams to score. Let me see if Kababel's got anything in here. It's usually Bill that gets the Kababel updates. Kababel. I mean, it's reading Kababel's things, right?
Bro, I told him, I was like, you put algebra in there yesterday?
I want to just see. I don't know. Kababel, write in the chat and tag Rackets what your bets are.
Don't do
this. Is crazy. Like, just write it in English. Don't write Central Time. Don't write parentheses. Just fucking tell Rackets what it is.
Don't tell me anything. I don't want to know.
Well, I'm not going to see it. So just tag Rackets to tell me to go fucking translate it, because I don't even know what any of that shit means.
Like when Howie sent you the text the other day.
Yeah, Howie. I text Howie 5 times. Like, yo, about the Derby. I don't bet fucking horse race. I don't bet anything with luck. I don't like fucking roulette. I don't like fucking. I'm okay with craps. I love blackjack because I feel like I have control, even though it's all luck, right? I'm making the decision. Roulette and things like that, I don't like. Horse racing, I just feel like it's an animal.
No,
it's
you just gotta pick the best name.
That's it. It's exactly. So you pick numbers and names that you like. But Howie texts me, he's like, this thing, WPS, and this one. I'm like, I don't know what this means, dude. Like, so I just copied the text message.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
And then people are asking for it in the chat all day. I'm like, just search Tommy's messages and look for the most nonsense you could find.
I literally wrote, like, I don't know what this means.
I don't know what this means.
And then everyone's like, what does this mean? I'm like, I don't fucking know. Someone in here's got to know horses. So all I know is that I don't think I've ever had a course come in the top 10 in the Kentucky Derby in my life. And I always overbet the shit out of it.
At least they usually survive the Derby, though.
I don't think I think I've probably had 3 die. Like, my horses are so bad, they send them to the glue factory. Yeah. They don't even race in like the fucking Preakness or any of that shit. Like,
send them out back.
They just kill them. They're fucking eating them in China or some shit by the time I'm done with them. But yeah, I'm the worst Kentucky Derby bettor in the entire world. If you guys did watch the Derby, it was the Derby. I mean, Evan, what was your take on the Derby?
I don't give a fuck about the Derby.
It's the fucking Derby. It was fine. It was 2 minutes of fucking wow. No one had that guy. Like, that's pretty much faction to death. Whoever everyone says is going to win, those people come in last. And that's how it went. So yeah, Bronny James, no real interest in that little fucktard. What do you got?
Jordan Poole.
Jordan Poole is throwing NBA games. I'm going to save this for tomorrow because I want Bill on here for this. I have had a theory because of a video Bill sent me. That's why I want him on tomorrow. We'll talk deeper about how Jordan Poole is fixing games. Evan, I'll even give you some content that you can put on the screen while we go through it. But I don't believe Jordan Poole is playing bad all of a sudden. I believe Jordan Poole is throwing games. And I believe Steve Kerr realizes Jordan Poole is throwing games. And that's why Jordan Poole's minutes, Rackets, have gone from 35 minutes a game down to about 9 minutes a game that he's playing right now. And he's going 0 for 4 when he does touch the court. I think Jordan Poole's throwing games.
Not only that, dude, how often do I actually talk about basketball or anything? Hoops, anything. I saw on Twitter yesterday, BR Betting put out a thing that said that they liked Jordan Poole 20+ in Golden State to win. And it happened in game 1. It was plus 820. I even said in the chat, I'm like, I don't talk about hoops. I don't care about hoops. I'm like, this one I thought was interesting. I played it myself, put a unit on it. And he comes out and has 0 points.
0 points, Racket. He did manage. I mean, keep in mind, here's his turnover numbers in the Sacramento series. Okay. 1-1-0-2-1-1-1. All right. So it's not like a turnover machine, right? Like, he turns the ball over during the regular season. He had some turnover issues on and off. Last series, he was great. He had 6 turnovers in his last 2 games, and he's played a total of 30 minutes. Like, he's turning the ball over like once every 4 or 5 minutes. Managed to turn it over twice last night, going 0 for 4, 0 for 2 from 3. He's throwing games. And again, this is your teaser for tomorrow. We will go into why Jordan Poole is throwing games. The Warriors last night, man, that was It's a game you got to win. I don't really worry too much about this series because I feel like it's scripted. So it's going 7 in my opinion, no matter what.
Steph's going to come back from 3-1 on LeBron after all that shit with LeBron coming on 3-1.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I told you in game 2 that the road team wins game 1 all the time to extend the series, right? The Warriors came out, beat them by 30 in game 2. Warriors are going to beat them by 30 again tomorrow. We're going to be, last time this happened was game 2. We hit the alt line minus 14.5, minus 19.5, plus 600. I'm going to be doing it again in game 4, game 4 or 5. So, and then it's just a matter of whether the faction really wants LeBron to win the championship or not. But listen, the bet right now, Warriors have 2 more home games. The bet right now is Warriors to win the series plus 400. I mean, you could throw that up, E. I mean, I think that's the play. And you're not going to put your house on it. But the way that they script all this shit and how ridiculously fake it is, and the Warriors have 2 games at home, very similar to Sacramento series, I can't see the NBA not letting this go to game 7. Like, how will they, if you believe that the NBA is, in on the conspiracy shit, they're definitely going to have the Warriors win the next game. Maybe the Lakers win at home and they get 6 games, because that's going to be over the weekend, I believe, right? When is game 6?
Probably in 2 weeks.
You never know in the NBA, right? Because the Knicks didn't play for 5 days. So we have Wednesday, they're playing again. And then Friday would be the day. Friday, they're playing again. And if it ends on Sunday, the series is supposed to end on Sunday. That's the NBA's big day. So game 7 will be on. Listen, house the Warriors tomorrow. Absolutely skull fuck the Warriors tomorrow. They're going to win that game by 1 million. And you're going to see all of a sudden half the players on the Lakers not show up. So we'll talk a little bit about that. The other thing is Chris Paul with the Sacramento Kings, Phoenix Suns. I told Bill when Chris Paul was announced out that this is good for the Suns. Granted, they were playing at home. Granted, Devin Booker's on another fucking planet right now. They're a better team without Chris Paul. Chris Paul's bad. Chris Paul should come off the bench. It's what the Suns desperately need right now. The Suns have proven they don't need Chris Paul in the lineup, and they're better without him. He's a defensive liability, and he actually slows the team down at this point in his career. And Rackets, the Suns score like 2 points a game off their bench. So if there's ever a team that could use a guy off the bench who's a little bit of a veteran who could shoot a little more, it's the perfect scenario. So I think when Chris Paul comes back, he needs to come off the bench for the Suns, and I think you could see the Suns win this series.
Yeah, Hoffman's been talking about it since they made the KD trade. They don't have a bench.
They don't have a bench, right? So I mean, if you could take a Chris Paul, who it's going to be, embarrassing for him to come off the bench, obviously, but Draymond Green came off the bench when he missed that game, and the fucking Warriors did better. We've seen Looney not starting lately, who had 23 rebounds in the fucking first game because they felt like they were better going small. I don't fully believe that. I think it's an opportunity for Chris Paul to drop 15, 17, 20 points even off the bench by himself with no one around him. So I think that's the right move for the Suns, and we'll see. They play tonight at 10 p.m. on TNT, and we'll talk about the rest of the NBA when we get there. Any other headlines? Let's see. First of all, Hoffman, $1.69 for no reason. Love it. Cellini, last one. Don't worry, Cellini. Feel free to keep firing him in. We're not going to stop you. He's like, last one. Like, you're never bothering us if you're paying us. We promise you that. You can do it all show, every show for the rest of your life, and we will say whatever. You want me to say I have a small dick? $5. I'll say it right on air. Last one, Tommy G, can you please do tinfoil hat? It's funny you're saying that. There's some big news coming out in the next week or two involving conspiracy shit. So, Cellini, you might just get your wish. And then Hoffman wrote, bet Booker and KD point prop tonight. I like it, Hoff. I like it. So
2 things. One, I have a headline that Evan probably doesn't have.
Mm-hmm.
Carlos Rodon, do not be surprised if he does not appear at all this season for the Yankees, which is a far cry from what we heard like a month ago, 2 weeks ago, even last week. There's rumors that he's not going to pitch at all this season. And Kababble tagged me in the thing. Man City, both teams to score, yes, plus match total.
Okay, over. See, that I could read. All right, you ready for this, Evan? It's in the chat if you can see it in the chat. I'll just read it to you easy. Ready? Tell me when you're ready to write.
Yes.
Okay. Man City BTTS and over 2.5. Match total over 2.5. So we basically want Man City and the other team to score, both teams to score, and the whole game going over 2.5, not a team total. That is the Kababble play of the day, and I will be betting that myself after his wonderful max bet he put out here the other day and smashed. I believe that was on Arsenal. We do have a $10 donation in the chat from Kenny Burns. Thank you, Kenny Burns. And in yellow, that really brings the attention to it. Tommy, years ago, you said in an old show, I believe, with Mad Lab, what were the most comfortable sweatpants in history? 1, what were they? And 2, the answer is actually UGG sweatpants. Kenny Burns, for your $10, you win. Me agreeing with you, because yes, those were the sweatpants that I said are the most comfortable sweatpants in the world. Those are the sweatpants I was wearing in the famous Tommy G dick pic that was posted all over the internet in gray sweatpants. They are number 1. Men, don't feel gay buying them. UGG sweatpants are light years ahead of everyone else. And second is Lululemon's men's sweatpants.
Bro, okay, the UGG slippers, bro. Like this.
UGG everything. You're never
wearing
them
right now.
You're never going wrong with UGG.
Fan-fucking-tastic.
Never going wrong with anything. Doug, $4.99 would like to know, who do you got for the Faction Dinger Tuesday? I'll be giving that out in the MLB section. So it is Dinger Tuesday. We will go through Rackets. Make sure you have a home run bet. Evan, I want a home run prop from you, even if it's just randomly pulled out of your ass. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, because I just watched fucking ESPN.
Gonna happen.
That's going to happen. I just watched ESPN, dude, and they're doing they're tracking their home run units and they're tracking them wrong. Like everything's wrong. And Jay Harris took Harrison Bader because his name had Harris in it. And Sage Steele took someone because they had the same initials as each other. That's ESPN. That's what they're trying to do for their betting content. So we will do better than that. And the final one before we carry on. Colt would like us to know that Hoffman smells. Hoffman, we're going to need you to verify that.
He said I actually do right now.
I mean, I actually feel like Hoffman does smell a lot. He works out a lot, and he's always running, so he's got to be sweating 24 hours a day.
And he works at a gym, which smells.
Yes,
He 100% smells.
He seems like he's a very clean person, but I'm surrounded by smell. Yeah. All right. Any other headlines, or we'll save the rest for tomorrow because we'll probably have nothing tonight. All right, let's get to MLB. Let's break down. Me and Rackets here, no Bill Rupp, so we'll go through the whole MLB slate, just me and Rackets. And we'll give you guys the whole card today. Absolutely fucking skull fucked the card last week we gave to you. So let's get back at it.
We went 15-5 plus 14.49 units.
Let's go. Champions.
And a fucking Twitter argument that was going on all fucking weekend.
He's saying something. He's like, here's what he said. First of all, what he said was, and he may be right. I don't know. Evan's not a gambler. Right?
No, so I'm telling him, shut up. I don't want to be. I don't need to hear this all weekend.
Yeah, it's just like, shit. Don't call people frauds, especially if it was like a mistake that I said we have this and Evan fucking thought it was. Shut the fuck up, you fucking losers.
What did I
Stop it. I think I said something like I have highest scoring game or something. You
said we have the
highest scoring game at 4 deep, which we did put up. And I think you put it on the sheet, even though it already started. And who gives a fuck, dude? Seriously, stop. Like, fucking everything we do here is above board. If there's ever a mistake, Evan did it by accident. Stupid. And then they're telling me I run the Twitter. Evan, do I even have access to the Stay Cashin Twitter? Do I even know the password to the Stay Cashin Twitter?
Username.
I don't know the fucking username. I don't know. Stay Cashin, no mercy, and 4 deep. I have never once. Evan, could you verify this on your dog's life? I have never once sent a tweet from any of those accounts. Never.
Nobody but me has ever been on that account.
Everyone accuses me like I'm secretly manipulating. I don't fucking have access to any of that. I don't even have access to the company bank account. I don't even fucking know anything. I stay out of everything. I'm basically an employee here. But all right, let's go.
Fucking incredible.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's just always trying to fucking fraud everyone. Like, there's people that deserve it. Go pick on them. Leave me the fuck alone. All right,
Bieber I don't know, drop it after 3 days, you fucking dork.
And then they just keep going.
Jesus Christ.
Fucking losers. Cleveland and the Tigers here. Bieber on the mound versus Lorenzen. First of all, let's do the weather report, because this is important for Dinger Tuesday, and it's one of the biggest factors I look at. 59.
Tommy G's weather report.
Tommy G's? Mr. G. Do you know Mr. G, the weatherman? Or is that only a New Jersey thing?
Nah, it's Jersey.
So Mr. G is like the most famous weatherman here. So I wish people knew him nationally. I'm going to give you the hot weather games. Cleveland, bad hitting weather. Pittsburgh, Galati's Parades, 66 degrees, 10 mile per hour wind blowing out. That's a decent weather game. Keep that on your radar. Baltimore, bad weather hitting game. 73 and 10 mile per hour wind blowing out in Cincinnati. So we'll write Cincinnati, Pittsburgh. Philadelphia Blue Jays, pretty decent. 63, 5 mile per hour, not much. Yankee Stadium, winds blowing in. Braves, winds blowing out. Here's another big one right here. So we got Atlanta game. We got 83 degrees and 10-mile-per-hour wind blowing out. I know this may sound stupid to go through a weather report. Rackets, you've seen it in the chat. I hit these highest scoring games all the time. These games that we skull fuck with Kansas City and Oakland and all these. It's a lot of weather information. It's how I made most of my money in DFS, targeting weather, because these algorithms aren't going to factor in weather. When you're looking at someone who's using an algorithm over the last year and a half to make their DFS plays or make their bets, they're really not factoring in 92 and 15-mile-per-hour wind blowing out. They're just looking at numbers, right? It's more of a savant page than it is, a real-life report. So this is where
thing spitting out, like, these are the good spots. It has nothing
it's a
to do
good
with
spot. Now,
variables.
it'll weight it because the total will go up a run, but they're not going to take – if you look at this Braves-Boston game, and there's a little teaching lesson for you here. This Braves-Boston game is a 9.5 total, right? If this weather was 58 with 10-mile-per-hour wind blowing in, it'd probably be an 8.5 total. It's not going to make it 14.
Yep.
It's not going to jump it. So if you keep noticing on Twitter or in our subscription package, I keep hitting these games. I think at 3 different times in 3 straight days where the games had 17 runs. The algorithm can't adjust it that high because of weather. So this is our angle. This is our edge. So Atlanta Red Sox, Pivetta and Morton, we'll dive deeper into that with Rackets pitching report. But that's a phenomenal weather game. Best on the slate. We got the Yankee game. No, we got Kansas City Royals, who are a big over team for me. 79 degrees. It is hot. Wind's blowing in. A lot of rain. Probably not a game to target, even though it's Jordan Lyles. Let's hope it gets rained out and they play it tomorrow in better weather. Twins, 70 miles per hour coming in. Nothing major. Brewers in a dome. Brewers in a dome, right? Yeah, Brewers in a dome. Cubs game. Wrigley Field's a big weather stadium. 55 degrees coming in. Not good weather. Do have pretty good weather in Los Angeles, but it's Ohtani on the bump. 13 mile per hour wind blowing out. 60 degrees. Arizona's in a dome, correct? Yes. And Seattle's in a dome, yes. And San Francisco, we ignore the wind because that stadium is built to withstand the wind. So even though there's a 15 mile per hour wind in San Francisco, the stadium's built to weather that because there is so much wind. So 15 mile per hour wind in San Fran is usually like 5 mile per hour wind somewhere else, 57 degrees. So the 3 main weather targets on the slate are Atlanta, Pittsburgh, and the Cincinnati game. So we'll be looking for our Dinger Tuesdays somewhere in there. I'm probably going to go to the Boston game for my Dinger Tuesday and highest scoring game. We'll get to that in a minute. And back to your regularly scheduled programming. Joey Rackets, Cleveland Indians going against the Tigers. I have boycotted all Tiger games. Are you still going to be fucking with Tiger games, or have you boycotted them all?
I was on the Tigers all weekend, dude. I rode the
You're on that. Yeah, you're on the. At least you're on the right side.
I was on the right side of the Tigers.
I boycotted going against the Tigers.
Dude, I'm boycotting the Indians, dude. I cannot fuck this team. Bieber too. Like I can't get Bieber
He's not
right.
Throwing as hard.
I can't get the Guardians right. Indians, whatever you want to call them. They have no power, which means that they should put a lot of balls in play and score a decent amount of runs just in contact. But like they don't. I don't know. I don't know what the problem is.
I don't actually know how Bieber's sitting on a sub-3 ERA this year too. Either,
he hasn't looked good.
But he's still sitting on a 2.9. Yeah, he's getting craftier. I'll give him that, but he doesn't have the stuff that he had before. So are you off this, or are you?
Yeah, I'm not playing anything with this. If the Guardians go out to a 1 to 2 run lead, I would not have any issue hitting the Tigers at like +300 or 400 because they're hitting the ball well, first of all, and second of all, they're scoring late in games, which obviously great analysis. That's how you fucking win games. So. Yep.
I've noticed something that I've been taking advantage of in Rackets. You've seen it. I'm up over 100 units in baseball this year right now. And I've been on a lot of bad teams, Rackets. It's a lot of Pirates. It's a lot of Royals. It's a lot of fun, the teams, because the way that the new rules are structured, they're structured to enable these weaker teams to compete. That's what they're doing. It's benefiting athletes all over the field, right? So if you don't have Stanton and Judge and guys like that in your lineup, you got a lot of fucking scrappy Adam Frazier type guys, right, in your lineup who do a lot of different things, except you got some guys with pop, you got some guys with speed, and they're putting more defenders out there. So the more running, the more old school baseball where it's not as much home run oriented and it's more producing runs, get a single, steal, move them over, move them in. The bad teams are actually good at that. Oakland, Kansas City, these teams are top 5 in runs scored, on their team totals. These are the teams I like. So, that's something to keep in mind going forward with these bad teams like the Tigers that are actually starting to put it together. The Rays are about to sweep the Orioles, as Rackets will be known, obviously, every day in the chat because we have a bet this month, so I don't feel bad skull fucking the ever-living shit out of him. Today, the Rays are minus 140 against the most overrated pitcher in Rackets history, Grayson Rodriguez. Grayson Rodriguez is not facing the Tigers today, who he has a 0 ERA against. He's facing another team where he has a 9 ERA against the rest of the league. Are you on Grayson Rodriguez today?
Yeah, of course. I won't be giving it out, but I'll be.
All right, I'll give it out the other side. Tampa Bay minus 140, Evan. Let me get that. Raise.
In all reality, we can talk as much. You can talk as much shit as you want about the Orioles. They should have. In all reality, they should have swept it. They were like 2 pitches away from sweeping the Braves, and they stayed in that game for a while last night too. Again on McClanahan
They didn't
Day.
score a run.
No, but there was 1-0 for a really long time.
Yeah, but they didn't score.
It was one bad pitch from Gibson.
Yeah, so let's relax and stay in the game when they didn't score a run.
I mean,
you should probably score a run.
The Rangers got perfect gamed into the 7th inning, and I still hit them last night.
Yeah.
It makes no difference.
Yeah. I mean, the one thing I'll tell you I don't like, Rackets, is that this line does smell funny, minus 140 for the Rays here. But it has gone up 25 cents.
Yeah, I was going to say, it opened last night, and I thought it was really awkward.
Really shady at 115,
plus,
yeah.
On FanDuel, it was 105.
Wow.
FanDuel was 105 last night, so let's move 15, 20 cents.
At least it's moving in the direction that I'm on here.
I'm not betting it. Yeah, I'll be betting in my personal account, but I won't be putting that at all.
Don't give it out, please. Do the subs a favor.
No.
Pirates minus 165 versus the Rockies. I'm more on the total here than I am on the game. Do you have any interest in the game itself here? Any take on the pitchers?
Luis Ortiz making his debut. Highly touted prospect. He's taking the spot of Vince Velasquez. I haven't watched him too much, so I don't really know what to expect from him.
You never know from a prospect, regardless of what
I'd like to see a couple innings first, but I do like the Pirates here. Just kind of turn it around a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I would. I'm just going to tap. I want some runs here, so I'm going to go over 8.5 on this one. Evan, let me get the line for you. I think it's 9 on most books. You can get an alt line on anything anywhere, so there is no real total line anywhere. Let me just pull it up. I know I can't log on MGM. I get it because I'm on a fucking Zoom session. So annoying, Rackets.
Yeah, you can't do
8.5 is the line here. Let's do 8.5 minus 120. A little weather play here. Don't hate the. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Please hold. Might have a better bet. Yes, we're gonna go both teams to score 1 run first 5. Both teams to score 1 run first 5. Pittsburgh game minus 160. Give me that. And if you want to play run of the first or any of the totals, I'm okay with that too. Next game. Mets Reds. How about the Mets? Dude, fucking dumpster fire.
I think it's pretty interesting. Did you hear Scherzer's press conference or interview the other day that he came through? No. So he's basically still pitching with pain in his back, which explains why.
I told Bill he's fucking hurt.
Which explains why his spin rates are down, his velocity's down. And he basically said, I can't afford to not be out there right now for my team. So he's going to pitch until his arm falls off. So he's going to end up on the injured list one way or another, whether it's they shut him down or he just gets beaten and tagged into oblivion until he fucking
put him on. And we will just continue to profit every time he does.
So seeing the Mets at minus 180 in a bandbox in Cincinnati, no way, dude. I want no part of that. An over looks like a good play there.
When did you ever think you'd see this, Rackets? Both teams to score in the first 5 in a Scherzer game versus Cincinnati's minus 225.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, when the fuck have you ever seen Scherzer?
He's not right, and it looks it.
Yeah, he's not. I posted in the Discord a week ago. I said he will be on the DL in a fucking week or two. So looks like he should be. He's just not gonna. So I'm gonna tag this one E here. Both teams to score Mets Cincy, parlayed with both teams to score Braves Red Sox. That gives us plus 116. Again, if you guys don't have MGM and you can't bet the both teams to score, if you're on an offshore, Bovada and those have both teams to score 2 runs for the full game usually at the same odds. I'm always fine with that. There's no way I think both teams are going to score a run in the first 5, and I don't think they're going to score 2 through 9. So you could always bet that as an alternative, or you could just bet the over. These are games I like the totals on. This is just the best way I'm betting it. So I'm going to give you what I'm personally playing, and then you could adjust it, to however you want. So I like that BTTS there.
So Mets, Reds, and
Reds and Braves, Boston. Yeah, what's that? Plus 116.
All right.
I think there is some value here, Rackets, on the Reds, just seeing what's going on. I just don't trust Weaver, so I'm probably going over here on this game too.
Yeah,
this is one of our favorite weather games of the day when we did the Tommy G weather report. So I'm going to go over 9, Evan, minus 155 in the Mets game.
I think it's the highest total on the board too.
Can the Mets score, Rackets?
I I don't know, but I think the Reds can.
So. I mean, Luke Weaver sucks, dude. Right?
Yeah, the Mets are at least going to draw walks and they're going to have guys on base.
Yeah.
So
and this is a bandbox with hot weather.
Yep.
So all right, so we're going to do that. Blue Jays. I don't bet the Blue Jays. This is on you. Blue Jays, Philly.
Manoah's not good, man. I don't know what happened to him over the offseason. I don't know if it looks like he put on a little weight. I don't know if it's what's going on, but he don't look right. He's been getting tagged. I would lean the Phillies here, but every fucking time I take that team, dude, they get shut out. They don't even score like one run. So personally, I'm off it. But if I would have a lean, it would be Nola in the Phillies.
Yeah. Let me just hit the chat here. Selena sent another one. Any chance of Uncle Danny appearance on here? Uncle Danny does come on our Discord at 4 Deep Bets a lot. He's on there all the nights when we do the live voice chats. Unfortunately, he is too stupid for this show, but he is perfect for the 4 Deep Bets Discord. Love you, Danny. Let's see. Mr. Perfect said, Scherzer uncertain to pitch. Pirates aren't the old Pirates, Tommy. I know. That's why we call them Galati's Paratis. I'm the fucking Pirates guy for the last 2 years. I know it. I wish they had O'Neill Cruz. I'd be hitting them every single day.
They're in a little bit of a funk now, though.
Yeah, I mean, listen, they're going to regress. They were playing teams with a combined 20% winning percentage for the first month of April. So I'm expecting regression. That's why you don't see a lot of Pirates bets in mine, but I do bet the overs a lot because their pitching kind of sucks and their hitting's awesome. So Toronto Phillies, you have an official play there, Rackets, did you say?
No, I lean the Phillies, though. And if Toronto goes up a couple runs, I have no problem hitting the Phillies at a better line than -140. It's just every time I hit the Phillies, they fucking get shut out. So I'll get Simon Noah if I put him out today.
Let's go Yankees. Schmidt on the hill here.
How are you not betting the A's today? That's all I want to know.
I mean, dude.
Clark Schmidt against your A's at +235.
I mean, dude, because you got Rusinski on the other side, who's got like a 27 ERA. I mean, it's literally like this thing should be an over game, right? The weather's not
the
great.
Yankees' best bullpen against the A's' second worst bullpen. Too,
yeah, so. I mean, listen, it's this game is just 290. You can't lay 235 is worth a stab for sure. If it was anyone but Rusinski, I mean, this guy shouldn't even be in the majors. He's so bad. He's one of my favorite over targets. And, fine weather, 64, a little wind blowing in. I don't know. Can we do BTTS on this? I don't know if there's enough.
Schmidt has looked better in his last couple of starts.
Well, let's go to the beginning of the game. Here's what it's -155. Let's do it. Both teams to score. Oakland Yankees -155. I think Schmidt will give up one. Because Boone won't pull him until he gives up multiple runs. He's trying to make this guy a starter. So basically, at the times when he's gone 4 innings, 5 innings, and look good, he'll just leave him in until he gives up 3. So I kind of feel bad for Schmidt in that respect. Because if Boone would just throw him for 3 innings, Rackets, or 4, he'd be fine. It's just he blows up in the 3rd, 4th, 5th inning every time. So we'll go both teams to score -155 there. You can touch run in the first. I do think there's some opportunities for some home run props. We'll bring it over to 4dbets.com. for the subscribers for that one. What's the next game on the board here? I just lost my page.
Red Sox, Braves. This is one of my favorite games.
All right, so this is the game that I'm high on from a total perspective. Talk to me about the pitching matchup and what you're seeing here. 2 guys that were pretty good pitchers for a time. Morton's kind of turning it around.
Morton's turning it around a little bit. Pavetta has been decent. He hasn't been too bad. I like the Red Sox in this game. I like Devers a lot. That's my Dinger Tuesday. +360 on Devers. I feel like a Morton curveball or like one of Morton's breaking balls is just going to end up fucking launched out in the right field from Devers tonight. And I like the Red Sox at +160, dude. I think that's crazy value, especially for how hot that offense has been.
I don't hate it. I don't hate that at all. I'm going to, just for those asking, I'm going to go Pete Alonso for the Dinger Tuesday. +250. Jesus, that's really low. I don't even know if I could do that.
Yeah, I just skipped that one. That's why
I can't do that. That's too low. I like
this game too for the multiples. I think you'll get one out of Devers. I think you might get one out of Sean Murphy.
Yeah,
I think you might get one out of Olsen. I love this game.
I'm gonna go back to this game here for Dinger Tuesday. Let me just see what the odds are.
My Dinger Tuesday's in this game as well, with Marcell Ozuna.
Okay, let's go. All right, on the board with the +360. Before, You've never heard of Marcell Ozuna. Okay, that should tell you everything you know right there.
All right.
He's been in the league for about 10 years.
And he's going to homer 100%.
But that's a good bet. It's a good bet.
Can we look up his odds?
We want your take because you're just randomly throwing it out.
Yeah. Ozuna is 360. I'm looking at it right now, right with Devers.
All right.
I'm gonna pull up my Fangraphs here. So give me a minute. We'll go to the next game. I'm gonna be betting. We already have both teams to score in this game, and I'm gonna be betting the total on this game too. Evan, let's get over the number. Red Sox games just fly over.
I like the Red Sox plus 160 here.
They've been phenomenal over games this year. Hold on one second. I think the Red Sox team total, if I'm not mistaken, is hitting at like 70%. Does that sound right?
The whole lineup is mashing. The kid that he brought up, Emmanuel Valdez, he not only is he hitting like 330, but he's stealing some bases for him. Yeah. He's just extending the lineup, and when fucking Devers and all those guys at the top of the lineup get up to the plate with guys already on base, the Red Sox they're a fucking factory right now.
Yeah, they are. And here's the thing. So we're gonna go over, Evan. I'm gonna lay the juice on this. Because we're going to be having this a few different angles. So I'm going to go over 8.5 here, minus 160. Lay the wood on that. You can go 9 or 9.5. I'm fine with it. I just want to play it safe because I'm going to hit it 8 other angles. And here's some statistics for you, those of you that like statistics. Boston is currently the number 1 over-under team in America. 24-11-1 Boston games to the over. And Atlanta is 4th, 21-13-1 to the over. So both of these teams, you're looking at 60 to 70% over teams playing each other. That is always good. So, and we have fantastic weather, good pitchers, but not great. And as far as the bullpens go, Rackets for Atlanta and Boston, neither of them are elite. Atlanta's sitting on, I think,
Boston's they're not elite, but they've been better recently. Yeah.
Yeah. They're still bottom 10 in baseball, but have been a little better of late. So we're not worried that the bullpens are going to come in. And I'm sorry. I'm wrong with that. They're actually moved of late into the top 10. So they're 10th.
Yeah. I would say they've been good recently. We haven't even mentioned Yoshida, who is absolutely on fucking terror.
That time. Yeah. That guy turns around. So I've read that upside down. So Atlanta's a middling bullpen. Boston's bullpen actually has been very good, but we're not talking like Tampa Yankees level. I'm not going to mention Baltimore just to not give you.
They're 4th, you fuck. Shut up.
Stop before that. So we got a good spot here. All right. Let's go to the next game. I'm pulling up Fangraph shit for my home run, so I'll give you my dinger Tuesday. Remind me of them before we get out of here. Yep. Rackets, go to the next game and give me the analysis.
Cardinals and Cubs. Flaherty, first of all, doesn't look right. The Cardinals.
By the way, what's the date today?
9th.
Okay. I hate on Fangraphs, so I have to manually put the fucking date in.
Yeah. Flaherty, the Cardinals won a couple games in a row, but Flaherty hasn't looked great in the last couple starts. And going up against Tyone, who hasn't really looked great in the last couple starts either. And I said I was done with the fucking Cubs yesterday. I might go back to them again tonight. I really might.
Are you really doing this?
I want to see the lineup first. I want to see Christopher Morel in their lineup because they called him up yesterday. Kid's got a fucking 1155 OPS in AAA. They call him up and don't put him in the lineup. So I assume he's going to be in the lineup today against the righty and Flaherty. Fucking that's one of your love childs, Christopher Morel from last year. He was absolutely mashing in AAA. He had 11 homers and 31 RBIs in 29 games. So he's hot. I think he can fucking mash tonight. I don't know if I actually get to the window with the Cubs, but they're definitely a live opportunity for sure if the Cardinals grab a lead or something.
I mean, dude, I don't bet Cubs or Cardinals. I bet the Cubs when it's Steele. So, when Steele's on the mound, I'll bet the Cubs. That's pretty much it. So I've been staying off those two teams. So that's all you. Carry
on. Next game is the Dodgers and the Brewers. Syndergaard against Lauer. I was on the Dodgers yesterday with Gonsolin, and when you look at the box score and they lost like fucking 9-2 or 9-3 or whatever it was, and it looks like they got trounced. Gonsolin made one bad pitch after an error that cost him a 3-run homer. He gets pulled after 6, and those were the only 3 runs he gives up. They were all unearned, and the bullpen proceeds to give up fucking 6 runs. Like, Dodger bullpen's not good. I don't really like Lauer that much though. So if I was gonna play the Dodgers, I would play like a first 5 with them because you can't trust that fucking bullpen right now at all.
All right. So I want to play on this game.
That's how I feel. They got me last night.
I'm staying off it. I've been getting really good at just honing in on my 2 or 3 games that I really like and just fucking going and skull fucking that. Let me give you guys my dinger Tuesday here. Just pulling up Pivetta. His splits have remained lefty favorable as they have throughout his career. So we're going to be targeting Pavetta, who's given up about let me see, where are they? They're on the road, right? He's given up like a 400 WOBA, about 650 slugging percentage to lefties here. So we're going to take a lefty in Atlanta, and that brings us right to Matt Olson plus 290. Yeah. So Olson plus 290 will be my Dinger Tuesday play of the day. Again, you get $50 back. If you can bet 250, you get $50 back, or what's it, 25, and you get $5 back.
Yep.
Whatever it is. So basically, if you get 2 or 3 home runs, it's at least value, doubles the value of the home run prop. So I am on Matt Olson in this game. You are on Rafael Devers, and Evan is on Marcelo Ozuna. All 3 good picks. Hopefully, they all 3 homer for a Dinger Tuesday. So that's where we're going. Plus 290, that was, Evan. All right. Next game, Kansas City.
Kansas City and the White Sox, yeah.
Every time I see Kansas City, I just want to smash the over.
Oh man! Every time I see Giolito, I want to do the same thing.
Yeah. The problem with this is I don't know if this game's going to play. We got some weather issues here in this one.
Is there weather issues in here? I was going to say Melendez has been heating up over the last week. He's been hitting the ball hard all season, but he's actually like getting some good.
Bro, this whole lineup, dude. I love Michael Garcia.
You've been talking about him all day or all week in the chat.
He's going to be a stud. He passes the eye test, and he was batting 400 as recently as a few days ago. Melendez is good. Olivares is fine. Sal Perez, we know what he is. Pascantino, the nickname Pasquatch, is the best nickname in all sports because
the fucking Sasquatch that
he
they
looks
got
like
running.
Sasquatch. He's a monster.
He got him walking around fucking the outfield. It's so funny.
Yeah. Pasquatch is great. Bobby Witt Jr. is a stud, and Jackie Bradley was batting 0 for a while. Basically, is starting to come around. I like this team, man. This team's feisty. They're good. And Jordan Lyles is complete AIDS. He is horrible. So you are still on the Giolito sucks bandwagon, right?
Yeah, I don't like him.
I don't either. I just worry because every few starts, he looks like Giolito again.
Yeah. If I was going to take a dinger in this game, it would be Melendez for sure. He's been hitting the ball fucking hard the whole year, but he's getting the launch angle going.
I love him. I'm going to wait on this for the subscribers. We'll make this subscriber game. First of all, I want to check the weather. I don't want to be loading into a game that I personally think has a very high probability of not playing. These two teams play each other a lot. They don't need to force this game in. And it looks like the rain is starting to come in at 7:30, 8 o'clock from what I'm seeing. So I'm seeing like 75% chance of rain at 8. I have a funny feeling they're just going to cancel this game, or it's going to be one of those choppy games back and forth. Which, listen, depending on how the rain falls, Rackets, I may hit it harder if it looks like the rain's going to come in for an hour or two at 9 o'clock, because both bullpens are 8s.
Oh my God, you get Giolito out of that game in like the third
inning. Yeah, if you can get Giolito out in the
third
inning or something and get 6 innings of the White Sox bullpen, we may be hitting this. So that's probably going to be a live betting game. Let's see how that goes.
I think they gave up 7 in the 7th inning last night.
Yeah.
7th or whatever it was. They went from leading 4-3, or no, it was like 5-4 or 4-4 or something.
4-3. Next thing you know, it's 12-4.
It's 12-4. Yeah, like you say, they gave up 9.
Yeah,
fucking crazy, dude.
So I have a lot of interest. It's 80 degrees too. So again, with rain comes varying weather. So subscribers, we'll talk White Sox closer to this. Freeloaders, you're gonna have to miss this one. Twins Padres. Twins are still on their 7th day of 10-day probation. I have it checked off here on my notes, so I have to check off officially the 8th day of Tommy G probation. So I will not be betting the Twins because I put them on probation for costing me too much money. But Rackets, you are free to put a bet on.
No, I put them on probation after you put them on because I stayed on for a while.
Yes, you stayed on an extra day or two.
Don't do it.
If they're on probation, just leave them alone.
They are on probation.
Because you analyzing it is going to tempt you to bet it. So just leave it alone.
If I was a degenerate that needed something.
No, I don't even want to hear it. No. They're on probation. They do not exist. You cross them off.
We're done with them.
You're going to talk yourself onto it like you just did with the fucking Cubs.
I do like Louis Varland, though.
See, there you go. He's
on. But
Rackets,
I'm not fucking I'm not doing it.
You'll see a free bet on the Twins for Joey Rackets.
I'm not doing it until they fucking
doing it.
I'm not doing it until Gallo heats up again. He's over like 16 in a row.
All right.
I'm not doing it.
Angels Astros here. We got Shohei Ohtani, who hasn't looked like the,
he fucked
DeGrom
me
in his prime
so
Ohtani. But
I had the Angels in that first 5 the last time. They're up 4-1 or 4-2 or something in the 4th inning. All of a sudden, he just walked 2 guys and gave up a bomb. Like within 3 batters, it was gone. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? You had 13 strikeouts and my fucking first 5 is gone.
Yep.
I was pissed.
I was pretty mad too in that game. I do want to give myself credit for calling me an Ohtani regression to the day against the Oakland A's.
Against the A's, dude. They gave up 5 in that inning.
Right. He gave up 5 in an inning that day. He had a .6 ERA heading into that game against Oakland. He was all over Twitter as the play of the day. gave up 5, and then gave up 4 the next game. So that's why I'm a little bit scared. He still struck out 21 guys in the last 2 games. So he's got 21 Ks in his last 11 innings. So it's not like his stuff isn't there. He's just given up 9 runs in that process too, and 4 bombs, Rackets, which is insane because I don't think he gave up a homer all year until the Oakland game, right? No, he's only given up 4 homers on the year, and they've both been in his last 2 outings. So again, baseball's beautiful because there's 15 games every day. You don't have to force anything. I'm going to hit it live. I mean, I'm probably going to hit a strikeout prop, but I just don't feel a need to force Ohtani because he was due for some heavy regression, and it's coming fucking heavy, and I don't want to try and – I'm okay predicting the bottom. I don't really want to predict the top here and get fucking lopsided on the other side. Plus, it's the Astros. So it's not like it's the Royals or something, right?
Honestly, I'm okay with attacking the Astros today because when you really break down that lineup, aside from Jordan and Tucker, like,
and Jordan's a lefty, even though he hits lefties very well.
The only thing you have to like, those are the only 2 guys you're really accounting for in that lineup. Yeah. Like he can navigate around it.
If he's on, or if he has that Ohtani inning that he's had the last 2 games against worse teams than the Astros, and then all of a sudden he gives up 4 runs in the 3rd and goes back to striking everyone out.
Astros haven't been scoring though too, so I'm okay with the Angels today. I kind of like them at -140. I'm good with them.
I mean, I would do
their offensive scoring runs too.
If you're going to do this, I would do first 5 or first 7. I think first 7 is a bet that we ignore a lot, and we go first 5. And if you think Ohtani's going to go 7, get the full
does FanDuel even have it? I see it on DraftKings all the time.
MGM does.
Oh, see, DraftKings.
But that's a better way to do it if you got a pitcher you think is going to go deep because you're getting the full 7 innings to get hits, right? Like there's nothing worse than when your pitcher dominates 5 and your offense hasn't scored. You're giving your offense 2 more innings, and really you think he's going to be out there for the 7th. So you're getting the full duration of his outing. So the Angels are -150. I'm not putting it out just because I need to see Ohtani pick a direction here because he's a little erratic. But I'm fine with that if you guys bet that. 2 games left on the slate, I believe, actually 3 games. Arizona, Miami. Any interest here with the Snakes versus Luzardo?
Fott didn't look great in his first start. I'm not going to attack Miami, a team that doesn't really strike out much and they play close games all the time. I want
that was very nice of you to say Fott didn't look great.
Yeah.
I think it was a lot worse than that. he looked like a fart.
Yeah, he did not look good.
He looked like a fart.
I want no part of that.
Yeah. No. So
he does have good stuff. He is a top prospect. I get it. I want to see it first.
Yeah, I'm off this game. I do like Luzardo if you can, get him down to 4. He pretty much strikes out 5 or 6 guys every single start. Does the same exact thing every single start pretty much. But probably be some runs in this game. So subscribers, we'll come back to this. I haven't done research on this game yet, so I'm not going anywhere near it yet. Last 2, Seattle Mariners, Kirby.
Breaking news, Max Scherzer has been scratched from tonight's start due to neck spasms. David Peterson has been recalled and will start tonight's game. Assume Max goes on the IL.
Well, it just makes our BTTS that we just got in before we assumed he probably would get scratched. Yeah. That's pretty good. Now it's a neck. Great. So he's got a shoulder problem and a
shoulder, neck, and back.
All right, and a back problem. That's good. Keep paying max deals for 440-year-old pitchers. Doesn't change anything in the Mets game. We probably like it more. Seattle Rangers, Kirby Heaney.
Mentioned it earlier.
Bet live, right?
Yeah, mentioned it earlier. The Rangers were getting perfect gamed into the 7th inning last night. I literally sent out a notification saying +100 or +400 in a 1-run game is absolutely insane. I don't give a shit if it's a perfect game or not.
I saw that.
It's 1 fucking run again with the Rangers lineup with it.
Yeah, Rangers lineup's good. Yeah,
top to bottom, like you're gonna have a hard time finding a better lineup on all of baseball. And for 1 run,
+400 in a 1-run game. Yeah. I was on the Mariners and I took the +400 on my hedge. I was like, yeah, that's insane. I didn't even see that.
Fucking and within 6 batters, it was 2-1 Rangers.
It was like 3 minutes later.
So I'm not on them again. Mariner. If you're gonna bet the Mariners, I'm assuming the Rangers are probably gonna have a lead at some point, like they always do. I don't really. I prefer Kirby in the pitching matchup, but I like that Rangers offense, man. And the Mariners have been having trouble scoring runs and shit. I think the Rangers win again today. I have no problem waiting until Heaney's kind of out of the game because I don't like backing him. So
yeah, I'm with you on that. Final game here is my boy Logan Webb. This is a great spot.
Pesky Nats, dude. Nats are too pesky for me.
Here's the thing, though. This is a great spot for my favorite play on Logan Webb. What do I always bet on Logan Webb?
His outs.
Outs recorded, right? I don't want to strike outs because they are pesky. Outs recorded I want 17.5. We always try to get under 6 innings, right? To 18 outs to 6 innings. So that's what we want. I'm actually considering taking the 18.5. I want to find a juiced 17.5. I'll pay 160 for it. I just can't find it anywhere, so I'll wait on that. Evan, you don't have to put a play out for it yet on that. But if you guys find 17.5 on Logan Webb outs, he will go 6 innings today. This is the perfect spot. I love betting outs against good pitchers. Logan Webb's one of my guys. Good pitchers that are going to have trouble striking guys out, which means they're going to get quicker outs, right? The ball's going to be in play. There's going to be contact. That's good for outs, not good for strikeouts. And he's
at home in that big-ass ballpark.
Yes. So I think right now on the year, he's got a 2 ERA at home, 2.29 ERA at home this year. And he's had 19 innings in 3 starts, 4.97 ERA on the road. So this is a money Logan Webb outs number. Probably going to take 18.5. He kind of looks like the guy. What's the guy who kind of looks like Matt Damon, the actor? They call him Meth Damon. Something with a P. Plebis or something. See if you could look it up. Look up Meth Damon, Evan. You'll find his name. But he kind of looks like that guy. But we're going to be targeting
Jesse Plemons.
Yeah, Jesse Plemons. He kind of looks like Jesse. Now look at Jesse Plemons and Logan Webb. Just look at his picture on ESPN. And might as well, because you guys are generous, we'll be out of here in 2 minutes. So we'll do the NBA and NHL real quick. I'm going to give you the highest scoring team of the day for baseball. Let's put these out there. Let's make sure everyone's listening so they can hear it. Daily specials, highest scoring game of the day. We're going to go Red Sox Braves plus 700. And deciding between the Mets, Cincy plus 800 and Pittsburgh. Where's Pittsburgh here? Way down, plus 1,100. Could actually do all 3. Never done 3. Usually just do 1 or 2. Do we want to do? Let's do all 3. Let's throw all 3 out there for you.
So
Boston, Atlanta, Mets, Cincy, and Pitt, Colorado.
What's Mets, Cincy?
700 for the Red Sox game, 800 for the Mets game, 1,100 for the Pitt game. Never done 3. It's a little excessive. So when you guys see us touting those on Twitter, it's not like we do 3 or 4 games. We usually do 1 or 2. But we're going to do 3 today because I think these 3 kind of stand up head and shoulders above everything else. So let's do it. If you want to do a half unit on the Pirates and do a full unit on the other 2. Let's move over. Not much that I'm that interested in the other sports. So we'll move over to NHL here. What are we, NBA or NHL? NBA. NBA tonight. No Bill Rupp on the show, so not much NBA to talk about. I think this is pretty simple. I think the Phoenix Suns plus 210 is a lot. I'm going to take a stab on that, but I'm going to take the plus 6 instead. So give me plus 6 on the Phoenix Suns in this one. The Denver may be a little broken after those 2 games. I know Denver's a fantastic home team. They probably come out here and do work, but 6 points is just a little too much with how hot Devin Booker and Durant have been. I know the home court disadvantage that's going on in this series, but we're going to leave that alone. We'll take a little small stab on the Suns here. And I think the Celtics handled their business today. But minus 300's a lot. I'm not laying 7.5 points. 300's a haul in this game here. So I'm going to basically parlay this. Let's parlay the Celtics with – there was a baseball game that I loved. We're going to parlay this with the San Francisco Giants, Logan Webb. So since we can't give you that. So let's do Giants, Celtics minus 116. Do that one there. And then go over to the ice. Don't have a play on the Devils game. Evan, you have any thoughts on the Devils Hurricanes?
No, not that. That series is very unpredictable.
These teams are going to grind it out for 7. And Stars Kraken. I do have a little interest in the Stars here today, so I do like the Stars minus 140 in this game. You've been getting a lot better opportunities in hockey live, and a lot of teams going down early and then coming back and winning. But I do like the Stars minus 140, and I can not love it. Like it's fine. You do it for half the size of the both teams to score bets and stuff we have. And that's a rundown on the full day in the world of sports from Tommy G and Joey Rackets. Anything we missing here?
I don't believe so.
Zab, $2. Shares are scratched. Yes, sir. Yep.
Pay attention, Zab. Jesus.
You might be on delay.
I think he said it Like, he sent that right as
he probably told us, and then needed to pay us to get us to see it. So
unbelievable.
Zab, I love you. You can do whatever you want. Fuck Rackets. That's it, Evan. Anything else we need to cover before we get out of here?
That'll do it.
Our show's so much better without Bill, isn't it?
It's quieter.
Yeah, it's quiet. It's just this data, just fucking info. Fuck Bill Rupp and his fucking dicks in his mouth.
We're just Bill's not doing the things he's supposed to do.
He's not doing the things he's supposed to do. That's right. Bill Rupp did not do the things he's supposed to do today. Too much dick, too little content on the show. Bill will be with us tomorrow, where we will explain to you why Jordan Poole is throwing NBA games. Get over to 4deepbets.com, guys. 4deepbets.com, promo code VIP20. Get in there now. Still killing it. Haven't stopped. Everything is just staying the same. Smash City all the time. Basically this every day. Rackets, final words.
Don't eat bad sausage.
Don't suck a lot of dick in the morning. That is true. Evan Hand.
Rigged.
And I will leave you with my final words for Joey Rackets, Evan Hand, and no one else, because only the three real gangsters showed up for the show today. I would like to thank all of you who tuned in. I would like to thank all of you who joined. And I would like to say fuck Bill Rupp for sucking too much dick on a Tuesday morning. That's a Saturday thing, Bill. Save that for the weekend when we don't have shows. Bad sausage, Bill Rupp. Good luck. Stay cashin', motherfuckers. Let's go!
There it is.